everyone. Today we're going to demonstrate you a French Canadian pea soup. Basically the idea behind that is to show you how we actually proceed with those beautiful soup. This is a soup that's got a lot of history. This is a kind of my grandmother recipe that I have improved on. So we start with some onions. The way to slice the onions is very simple. Is you have to make sure you have a nice secure onion. Then you do some small incision. And then you turn the onion and then you go against it, the grain. There you go. And when you're at the end, it's very, dangerous. So you just flip it down and then you actually finish like this, right? For the carrot, I also want to work nice and secure. So what I always do is I do a very nice thick slice. So my carrot is nice and steady. So it's secure. So slice it like this, and now we want small dice, so I basically just make some small carrot sticks if you want, and then just like so, one more, and then like the onions we turn them around and then we make our small dice. Very simple but very secure. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, take just a few carrot sticks at a time, so you won't have any extra stuff in your soup basically. So celery, straightforward. Don't try to be a hero and try to slice it all the way. Cut it into half because you need to dice it after anyway. So we make some small sticks, and the same idea here. There we go. Now we have our three vegetables that actually will bring a lot of flavor to our soup. So I start my engine, a little bit of oil. I'm using canola oil. Reason is very simple. Canola oil has a higher burning point, so if you use olive oil, it's all good, but we're gonna be sauteing our vegetable in high heat, and if I would use the olive oil, basically I ran the chance that the fat will change and the trans fat, and then it won't be actually very good for you. So anything you do when you cook some with olive oil, make sure it's nice and slow so you don't have to overheat it. If you need to sear something really hot, then my suggestion is actually to use canola oil. So we need to saute those nice vegetables, and now I'm gonna start by basically just adding some chopped garlic to it. Make sure we saute the garlic. I always like to saute the garlic to cook it and not putting it raw at the end. Again, it's a question of taste. For me, I find if you just throw the garlic, you don't saute it, I feel there's a little bit of bitterness into it. So I want to do that for a few minutes. Good. And then simply now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use water. Put my water in, and I have selected my split pea. So I got about a little over a liter of water, and I have about 250 grams of the split pea. Reason that while it's gonna cook, it's gonna take 45 minutes to cook. It's gonna evaporate, and then we're gonna have a good consistency to continue our soup. Now, because it's going to take about 45 minutes, I'm not gonna have you wait. We are filming this. It's like a television. So now we're gonna go to a commercial, and then when we come back, we'll be ready to finish the soup.
Heart to Home Meals is so friendly and helpful. Julie always has tempting suggestions for the many delicious choices, including my favorites. And Frank, he delivers my meals for free and always takes the time for a pleasant chat and a cheerful joke or two. When I don't feel like shopping or cooking, I simply warm my meal in minutes, and there's no contract, just convenient, good old-fashioned service. To learn more and receive your free menu, call or visit them online.
So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that very nice commercial. While we were gone, basically, just to recap, we have cut our vegetable, we saute our vegetable, we put our split peas in our water, and we actually cook them. So now we're going to season everything. So what we need is basically salt and pepper. One key ingredient that we use here is actually a ham stock base. So it is not chicken, beef, it's ham stock. This is the base of that, the little secret of that soup. So it's going to give it lots of beautiful flavor. And we're going to use a little bit of thyme, fresh thyme. There we go. And as you can see, the way to do, pick the thyme from the stems is you just go against the grain if you want. If you go the other way, if you go that way, then you're going to have too much of a stem. So go against the stems, just like this. So you have a nice clean cut of thyme. So we're going to mix all of that together. It smells good already. So now we're just going to need to actually puree it to give it some texture. So here we are. There we go. Take this off. For the water, it's very easy. If you want to add some water, of course, we have exact amount of water that goes in. But for you at home, if you want to basically put a little bit less, and then you can always add some water at the end, so you have the texture that you desire. So I'm gonna add my ham to it now. Diced ham is very important. There we go. And now I'm ready to plate one for you. Gonna bring it to a little bit of a boil before. Yeah, nice. And then straight from the pot, we have our nice Canadian pea soup. Voila. I hope you enjoyed this one. There's a few more to come.